Alright, ignore my messy desktop. I'm going to try and show you this MySQL issue. See if I can help you resolve it. This seems to be a common thing for a lot of people, this step right here. I'm using Windows 7, so what I'm doing is you're going to need to install MySQL Server 5.7. I'm going to give you the files right here that I use and the link to this video here in a minute. Right now, what I'm doing is just going to tell you what I'm doing. You're going to install the 5.7. Then once it's installed, you're going to look for this folder. It's hidden in program data. So I use Windows 7, like I said, so I'll just go and search for my program files and folders. And you'll do this on Windows 10 or whatever. I refuse to use Windows 10. So anyway, navigate to the folder, open it up. You're going to find this file called my. So when we open it, we're going to be looking for this mysqld. I use Notepad++, open it with a notepad editor, whatever, and go to search, find next. When it brings you to this section, you can literally put this information right here. If you want to, you can put it right there and save your file. Okay, that's really all you need to do. I put it down here. So if you want to kind of take a look at where I'm at here and where I put mine, then you can do that if that's what you want to do. Um, but you're fine to put it, like I said, right here and just save your file. And what this does is it changes the database it's looking for to the default one we use for UMMORPG, because you can't use the normal default UTF-8 database anymore inside of MySQL for the UMMORPG database. So if that's what's actually wrong with yours, then that's where you would find that information, or find this file to put that information there. Another thing is, okay, I use Navicat. I don't use Heidi. I don't use Maria, the newer MySQL. I use the old stuff. And I don't use PHP MyAdmin for lots of reasons, security being the main one. I use Navicat. It's been faithful, very hard to hack, da 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 da. Open up, well, you would make a new connection for MySQL, and I named mine localhost. You would put in your password. All right, leave the username as root and test your connection. I already have it on localhost. So let's say I want to make a new database. I'd make a new database and simply just do this. Uh, you don't have to. You can put default character set, but you don't have to because it will default it already. Now, if I go and open up Micro 3 and check the database properties, you can see we're using the default that I just put into that my file. Um, so that's how you do that. The other thing, what was it that I was going to say? Oh, the way that they do the MySQL inside of UMMORPG using Fizz's add-ons. I guess it works. I don't know. I had problems with it when I tried to use it, so I didn't use it the traditional way that the add-ons tell you to do it. I literally rip the code out of UMMORPG and I create my own tables install sheet, if that's what you want to call it. And I literally will copy all of this information and open up the database that you want to use it at, hit query, new query, and I would paste it in and hit run, and it builds all my tables for me. Why do I do that? And why do I rip it out of UMMORPG? Because it's quite simple. Why do I want UMMORPG to check every single time for tables that I should already know exist? They should already be there. If they don't exist and they're not in there, quite simply, your UMMORPG is not going to work. So why do you need an extra check for it to install for you every time and say, check if the tables have been installed and then do this? You don't need that crap. Once you've put the tables in and you know they're in, then all you got to do is run your files and it will connect every single time flawlessly. That's just extra unneeded code and checks that the code doesn't need. More resources being used. That's my personal preference. I've used MySQL and MSSQL for years, so I'm familiar with it, and it doesn't bother me to do it this way. I prefer it this way, and I rip that code out, and it gives me less resources being taken up that way. In a matter of speaking, it doesn't have to keep doing those checks. That's just my preference. This part of the video is just blah blah blah. So anyway, I showed you what your problem probably was. Most likely it's because of this right here, and it can't find the database because, well, it's not going to find it if it's not the right one. It can't see it if it doesn't exist in its eyes, basically. So make sure you're using the correct version of an older MySQL. A lot of us use 5.7 because it runs with UMMORPG. Trying to use it with the new Maria and Heidi and all that shit, you're just setting yourself up for a lot more problems than you need. It works just fine this way. So I'll make the link here for the video I just made after I upload this video, and I'll stick this on Fizz's Discord in the help section. Hopefully it helped you. Bye.